This episode of the Savage Snowflake podcast is brought to you by Boundless Technology. Boundless Technology strives to advance in the cannabis industry by creating innovative products with portability and stealth in mind. Aiming to deliver an affordable, efficient and straightforward experience for the consumer, Boundless offers an alternative to the traditional joint or water pipe. Enjoy the taste, smells and effects of cannabis at lower vaporization temperatures with Boundless Technology products. Use coupon code SAVAGE for 10% off all Boundless Technology products at bndlstech.com. Follow Boundless on all social media at bndlstech. And if you want to show your support for the podcast, head to patreon.com/Savage Snowflake to donate as little as $1 a month. All right, savages, let's get to it! Savage. What's going on, savages? Your face changed completely. If you're watching the camera version of this on YouTube, the video format, then you'll see that my guest literally just went from super miserable face to super...
I don't want anyone to see my...
It was
I don't want you to see my
cheesy,
truth.
not real.
No. I don't want you to see that I'm really sad.
Why are you sad?
I mean, why wouldn't you be in this world?
I don't know. There's lots of things to be happy about. We'll get onto that in a moment. First of all, let me introduce you.
Hello.
Savages, nice to have you here. Happy 2019. It's a new year, a new life, a new day. It's none of those fucking things. I'm, first of all, annoyed about this. It's literally a millisecond after 2018.
You're
it's part of
still the same
week,
piece of shit.
Same fucking thing. So stop trying to turn your life around and make your life better now. Don't do it for the new year, you fucking idiots.
Yep.
However, I'm glad you're back here because it's just a continuation of the week, right? We already dropped a podcast episode a few days ago. You guys loved it with Cherie DeVille. Fantastic porn actress. Very funny lady where we talked about turning penises into a cockenspiel. It was very exciting stuff if you haven't listened.
A cockenspiel.
Cockenspiel.
I like that.
My guest today is not an adult actress, although some say she's got a wily seduction technique about her.
I do.
But she
vagina.
doesn't take
Huge
fists
vagina.
to the anus. So.
No.
Definitely not a porn
Fists
actress.
to the vagina.
She's a comedian. She's a writer. She's a performer. You may remember her from Funny Girls on Oxygen or season 2 of Roast Battle on Comedy Central. It's Nicole Aimee Schrieber.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. For some reason, I want to speak with a British accent.
Because you're an irritating fucking yank.
Fuck,
They all want to do that. They all want to do that.
I don't want to be an irritating
Look
yank.
at me. I'm from England.
It's just such a great accent. It really is.
When it's done properly, yeah, it's wonderful.
But I just have this like nasally Midwest. Like I feel like I should be narrating all allergy commercials.
You don't actually have that irritating a voice, I don't think. You have a very, we were talking about how Jewy you are before we start recording. You have a very, Jewy mum voice.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That
Do you know
makes
what I mean?
me happy.
So one day when you have children, they're going to be like, oh, there you go.
They're going to resent me immediately.
Now the voice fits. But you could be worse. You could be Michelle Wolf, and she has a fucking horrendous voice.
Oh, God, it's a lot.
She's just...
Luckily, the girl's a goddamn killer at comedy, so it's fine. She can get away with it.
I've liked some of her stuff.
I've
liked some of her
so
stuff.
Diplomatic. I
think she's clearly very funny. Otherwise, she wouldn't have a huge audience. But I've liked some of her stuff.
Okay.
I'm honest. I go there's some comics that really get me excited.
Yeah.
And there's some that don't. She's not necessarily one that gets me excited when I watch.
Do we want to talk comedy? Do we want to go into the who do you like, or do you want to get onto some real stuff?
No, we're going to talk about everything.
Okay,
it's
cool.
free form. It's free flowing.
I know, but sometimes I feel like every time I do a podcast with another comedian, it at some point gets to talking about comics, who we like, who we don't like. When I just think, I don't know. I mean, I just think there's so many more interesting things.
With fucking bitches.
Yeah.
Douchebags and bitches.
I mean, I have a podcast,
wankers.
and even I think my podcast.
I had one episode of this where I kind of went in on the industry a little bit. I got super fucking high. And then I just did a podcast on my own. And I talked a bit about the industry and the realities of it.
Yeah.
And how naive I was to how I thought people were a little bit more genuine and nice. I'm probably too sensitive for comedy, full stop. Anyway, I shouldn't really be doing this job.
I'm for sure too sensitive for this.
But having realised all of those things is okay. And I don't regret doing that podcast, but that was enough. I don't ever need to talk about other people really that much.
Yeah.
I've shit on Russell Brand a couple of times, but then he's a cunt.
See, I don't mind him, but I don't know him. You probably know him.
Yeah,
more than I do.
mine is based on personal stuff, really.
Who?
But I don't want to talk about comics that we love, and we can
in the
talk about
past
comics
week,
we
let's
love.
talk about one comic you love. In the past week, who's a comic you've seen or remember that you really like? Who, top of mind? Who's top of mind right now?
Well, this is not necessarily a comic that, and if he's listening to this, understand my meaning. It's not like I saw a bit of material from him. I was just like, whoa, bro, that blew me away. Mm-hmm. But my buddy Eric Rivera, who's like Los Angeles-based comedian, he is a very funny guy. And I have seen his set. Like, we performed at Vegas, at the Comedy Cellar together in Vegas. And but he's impressed me over the last couple of weeks. He's been doing those kind of little clips of his comedy. He obviously paid some money to get one of his shows shot really nicely. Yeah, It might be from a special. I don't know if he has a special out. Maybe he does. I apologize if I don't know that. But it's like he paid some people a couple of camera angles, got it really edited nicely, and he's posting these clips with the little meme type setup, with the
subtitles.
The worst thing yo bitch can say to you, but not that. But it seems to only be identifiable with kind of ghetto clips, you know what I mean, or fucking hood comedy
things
clips.
Things that polarize people.
No way, yeah.
You know women are like this, men are like this, black people are like this, white people are like this.
Instagram
all of that,
comedy, but the content of his comedy is actually very funny.
Yeah.
So I like that he's appealing to a market that will retweet his shit and watch his shit, and he's been getting thousands of views on his videos, but the content is good.
Yeah.
So so I'm very pleased for him because it looks like he's come up with a simple but effective business marketing tool for what he does as a comedian.
I like that,
and I hope he has lots of success because he's got a family, and I hope he gets a big old house for them to live in. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be great. I like it when.
But that's someone who impressed me last week. What else? I'm continuing to be impressed by my buddy Andrew Schultz. I think he's doing some great stuff. And he's very fucking funny.
So funny.
I mean, Louis C.K. had a killer bit about school shooting victims.
Yeah.
That got my dick a little hard. The joke, not the shooting.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? We should talk about that actually, because that's kind of been dominating the news.
Honestly, I really just don't care about Louis C.K.
Those of you who don't know, which school shooting was it out of the 7,000 that happened last year?
I think it was specifically talking about the Parkland shooting.
And the survivors then.
The survivors who then went on to become kind of
motivational speakers and kind of I guess spokespeople for the
school
cause
shootings.
of gun control.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but a lot of them, they become almost like social media pundits now.
Yeah, they're public figures.
Yeah,
they've immediately risen to the ranks of
millions of followers overnight, kind of thing.
But the main girl, I can't remember her name, the one who had the shaved head,
Gonzalez. Yeah, it begins with E. Her first name.
She was phenomenal. I just absolutely loved her.
Sure,
but she's not.
She shaved her head as well. That was very.
I mean, I think she had a shaved head before that.
Oh, she's even more fucking woke. How woke? Shave your head.
I shaved my head in college. So.
And now you just shave your vagina and sometimes your legs.
Never either of those things. Full bush, always full.
Serious?
Always. Yeah.
Full bush.
Oh, full bush.
Like even the bit under the taint that's a bit fucking.
Full bush. I don't give a fuck.
See, I shave my balls, and I feel like that's because it's just
your
makes it look better.
undercarriage.
Yeah, and I give it a little trim, and I wax the arsehole.
Who am I trying to fool? It's still a fucking cunt.
It's not fooling. It's dressing something up.
Yeah, I don't need you to find my vagina to be what.
But you have no hair on your arms, and normally Jewish girls have pretty dark hair on their arms.
It's not a super thick bush. It looks like I've maybe had a little bit of chemo. Just like
patchy.
one treatment. It's patchy. It's very
hilarious.
patchy, and I have a little bit of gray down there.
It looks like a stray cat is
truly does.
resting between your legs.
1,000%, like an old stray cat. Yeah. Because there is gray down there. My vagina went gray before everything.
Little chunks out where it's been had shots and they had to shave it.
Little vaccination bald spot. Absolutely.
Wow.
That's my vagina.
I mean, you got to do you. Like, your vagina is your business. I personally like managing my body hair and maintaining myself, and I like that on a woman. I think that's like great.
I mean, it's manageable. You would never like see my bush and be like, "Whoa, where is it?"
You don't know how.
I don't know what your threshold is. Yeah, you could have a very low threshold.
I like a bit of bush. I want a woman to be a woman.
Yeah. I hate the whole bald thing. It's so gross.
If a girl wants to do it, as long as I know she's a grown woman,
it's
I'm
just
like,
a lot of upkeep.
You do you, babe.
It's a lot of upkeep, a lot of potential ingrown hairs. I mean, I don't have the money to do laser.
Sure.
I said that on someone's podcast once who had a lot of listeners, and then a guy Venmo'd me money to get my bush lasered.
You didn't do it?
And I was like, no, I'm going to pay rent with your money.
How much did he Venmo you?
$200.
Oh, that's not enough.
I was like, that's
not
odd
even
treatment.
enough for
That's
one
odd
treatment. Yeah, it's like maybe
barely.
one treatment.
Yeah, that gets me in the door.
Wow. He only wanted your pussy to look nice for like a week.
Yeah, not even a week. A day.
Actually, it would probably last a couple of months, 2 or 3 months at least. The first
no.
You're meant to get like 2 sessions back to back.
You have to get 6 sessions.
And then 6 total to kind of really just take care of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting some laser on, like, I get these random little hairs on my shoulder, and I get like, look, this little bit, upper arm here. I just wanted to show off my arms today. I've been in the gym again.
I mean, that's That's major.
This bit up here, it's like a little bit on the back. Mm-hmm. It's not crazy. It's not like disgusting, but I just don't like it there. Yeah. And I'd love to just get that gone for fucking good.
Well, the problem is it'll ruin your tattoo. The laser from the hair removal will ruin your tattoo.
It would like destroy all the fucking
discolor
ink
it.
as well.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, well, guess I'm always going to have a hairy arm.
I mean, your arm's really not that hairy.
Pretty hairy. Wait, we were talking about comedians. Yeah. Louis C.K. is what I want to talk about. You said you just don't care about Louis C.K. anymore. Did you like him prior to him putting his dick out?
Yeah.
How funny did you think he was before?
I thought he was
extremely
funny. I still think he's extremely funny.
Okay.
I'm not going to take that away from him. He's a very, very brilliant, funny man.
Do you think the joke he made about Parkland, or more, it was like a ridiculous scenario he was creating? A ridiculous scenario.
I realized what he was trying to do. It just didn't work that well. It wasn't.
I don't disagree. I feel like the audience there thought it was very fucking funny.
By the way, I didn't even listen to it. I only watched the transcription of it.
Well, this is the problem. People like don't get fully informed on things. And
Here's the thing. I haven't even made an opinion on it beyond what I read. Was like, meh, it's like, okay.
Also, here's the thing. I'm not like, don't get me wrong, I'm not becoming the solo charge for hashtag support Louis C.K. You know, for all intents and purposes, he's been a bit weird. He was very nice to me the last time I saw him.
Yeah.
I was like, now that people are, picketing his fucking gigs. But he's weird shit. But what he also is, I never not thought he's weird shit. He literally talks about being creepy, gross, weird shit on stage.
Yeah.
Everything he said on stage was real.
It was real. And then everybody's surprised when it comes out that what he was saying was actually real.
Sure. Although we do exaggerations of our real lives, or we create scenarios.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Hyperbole's funny.
I don't think he really thinks those children grabbed a fat kid and pushed them in front of him to get it to escape.
Yeah.
I just think he's trying to push the boundary of edgy comedy for what he's doing. Unfortunately, it's a little bit dated, which is weird. But a lot of his stuff it's almost like he's like kind of lost touch with what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And also he's never dealt with his own fallacies or his own foibles, sorry.
Yeah.
People are not forgiving. They're like, yo, you got to address you first.
Yeah.
You got to make jokes about you first.
Yeah.
Dude who just lost 34 million, as he likes to tell us on stage in the first minute. Here's the thing. I thought that joke was funny. It wasn't nice. It was dark and it was edgy, but it was funny and the audience laughed and I laughed. And then I went, okay, now how do I feel about Louis C.K. as an individual? I still think he's got stuff to deal with. He hasn't really, truly, I don't think he's honestly takes... what's it called? Takes the blame for what he's done. I still don't think.
No. I don't think he's held himself accountable in any regard.
There you go. That's the phrase
I don't think he's held himself accountable in any regard, and I don't think he has addressed it. As you said, it's like if he's gonna come back, he should address the elephant in the room and be like, "Hey, let me talk about me first. I fucked up." Like, it would be nice to see him have like a little awareness.
Yeah.
And be a little remorseful about it.
That's what's missing. There doesn't seem like there's honest remorse there. And also, if you're a wordsmith like he is, who has been self-deprecating throughout his entire career, why are you now not being more self-deprecating?
That is surprising to me. About something that you should very much be self-deprecating about.
Yeah, well,
this to me would be a good way to get yourself back into everyone's good graces.
Yeah, because America loves a comeback story.
Yeah, love.
If he'd come back after a year of not doing stand-up, and got on stage, told people he was going to be on stage. He knows press are going to be there. Audience on a fucking Thursday, down at the Comedy Cellar, late show, whatever. And if he got up on stage and been like, all right, it's been so how's your year been? Fine.
Yeah.
Mine's not been great. Because I'm a pervert.
Yeah.
And then kind of gone, and then he made a couple of jokes about that and going like, it's fucked up. Like you'd think the clues were there in my stand-up, whatever route he decides to go down.
Totally.
To go like, I'm accepting this, but I also I partly told some of this.
Yeah.
But getting caught out for it or being exposed is kind of fair. That's how it should be. Comedy should be truth. And he could have a whole thing about that.
Yeah.
And then he could go, and you know what? So I've done some things over the last year, like, donate a large portion of X, Y, Z to, a woman's assault
Would be great if he was like, I lost $34 million. I mean, I donated $34 million.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he said, or you can even make a joke, you know, you know, so I feel like I've made some amends. You know, I donated $1 million so that I could be forgiven, so I could learn a bit more about myself.
So I could grow. I mean, lose.
And you can make jokes about what it is to go. So kind of, what am I? Like, I'm not a fucking pedophile. I'm not like that guy. That guy you know, but what am I? I'm a guy who likes to pull his dick out sometimes, and when women don't necessarily think he's going to be serious about it, and jerk off. And look at me, I'm fucked up. And if he could just go on into any kind of vein of comedy from that.
I really don't know why he hasn't done that.
But I also fucking hate that the guy's making jokes, and now it's just going to be, the media is just going to be like, nope. Anything you say, we can... Sensationalism. They're not doing it because they give a fuck about what Louis C.K. said or did.
I mean,
they're doing it because a headline sells papers, or more in the modern age, it gets clicks, and that's ad revenue. And that's
it's a clickbait thing, and it's also the court of public opinion. Yeah. Once the verdict has been passed, it's done.
He's a comedian. Let him make jokes. If you don't like the jokes, fucking go somewhere else and see someone else make jokes.
I think it's also really fucked up that somebody just like recorded him.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many fucked up parts to it, but...
I hate so much when I look into a crowd and I see someone... If I see someone take a picture, I'm like, cool, fine, whatever. But if I see someone like holding it there and taking a video, like, fucking, what are you doing?
Judd Apatow has been on Twitter with this whole thing, and he's been quite vocal about his, not lack of support, but kind of disgust at Louis in general. Mm-hmm. And I know Judd is, as far as I'm aware, his kind of whole shtick is very much... or his very being is kind of, huge supporter of female comedians, uber feminist, very much this, very much that. You know, he's very progressive and woke and et cetera, which I hope for his sake he doesn't end up on the receiving end of an Aziz Ansari type thing, when you tell everyone you're this fucking voice for feminism and blah,
you're
blah, blah.
a hero.
Trust me, they'll find any little thing they can about you from your past, and guarantee Judd Apatow has some fucking demons in his past, and they'll drag it out, and then suddenly you'll be front page news, and it'll be like, there you go, motherfucker. Now that's what it feels like.
Well, the once ally for women is actually an awful human.
Do you know what I mean? Has masturbated to hentai pornography in his family home.
I think everybody has a skeleton in their closet, and some people have a fucking pervy skeleton in their closet.
But I'm like, but his whole thing was, it has to be the debate of art. We have to talk about this. We have to debate when it's right or not to make a joke. And I think it's disgusting, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I think it should be the job of comedians across the board right now, and most people are on board with this, I think, to stop debating other people's comedy and start making their own fucking jokes. Like, it's tiring to hear, here's my opinion on... We're not pundits on each other's sets. The only time I'm ever going to give a fucking feedback to a comic is when they go, hey, what do you think of that new bit?
Can I get some notes?
Or what do you think of that? Or, hey, did you like my show? If you ask me, I'll give you an opinion. Otherwise, fucking do your jokes. Yeah. If people are laughing, you're funny. Yeah. If they're not, then you're not funny tonight. Yeah. And get on with it. And I'm so sick and tired. Even as a fucking left-leaning liberal, progressive, I'm sick and tired that it does feel like it's the age of offense is. Well,
I just hate that all of a sudden people have such high expectations for comedians. When I got into this business because of the low bar of expectations, like what?
Well, you had to find a way out of crack whoring, right?
Yeah, I was like, give me something with a lower bar than crack whoring, and then I was like, comedy, and now all of a sudden I have to have like a moral code of conduct.
Tell me to shut up and look pretty. You're like, I want to have a conversation. Before, during, and after.
I want to have all the opinions.
I get the opinion you give feedback on lovers directly after you've had sex.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I'll be like, you didn't do that right. That was not good.
You'll be like, you tried. The energy was there.
Yeah, the energy. You have really good stage presence.
Yeah, I love the outfit. Great costumes.
I loved what you did up there, but
down there,
not so much.
Exactly.
No. I think it's important to let people know what they're doing right and wrong, especially when it comes to something like sex.
Yeah. See, I feel like feedback in sex is important.
Yeah.
Feedback in comedy is not. If you didn't enjoy it, don't listen to that comedian again.
Well, there's
so many comedians in the world now.
Sex is more intimate than comedy.
Whoa.
What?
You've seen my sets.
What? Yes.
There's not much difference between the two.
Not at all. I was like, oh my God, am I watching Jeff Leach or am I about to climax? It was the same thing.
I appreciate you, first of all, for the kind review of my comedy that it's almost orgasmic.
Almost orgasmic. It's like right there. It's like right there. It's like
about teetering
like
on
I'm
the
about
edge
to come. I'm like, and then I'd like start to cramp
up. I need at least
up.
another 3 to 5 years in the industry before I can bring you to
Just
orgasm every time.
Full climax. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm pretty funny.
You're,
but I got
you're
a lot
close.
Of, I got a lot
I mean,
of
I would just say
development
a year.
A year?
You don't even need more than that.
Or just need to be more famous, and then everyone comes just to see.
Oh, immediately. You don't even need to say anything. You just step on stage, and people are like,
to the stage, Jeff Leach. Oh! Yeah, just like dudes at the front with neck beards.
Dudes,
Hey! Here he is coming to retweet his tweets. I'm gonna comment so hard on your YouTube video. I'm gonna call you a fag on Instagram.
Fuck. I'm gonna thumbs up your asshole.
Oh my god. My all trolls are the biggest fans.
I mean, to me, every troll is just an opportunity to make a fan.
Yeah.
If they aren't, make them a fan.
Yeah.
Every time somebody trolls a video or anything I've ever posted online, I immediately comment back with thank you.
I like that.
They'll be like, you're a skinny horse-faced Jew girl. I'm like, I'm skinny? Thank you.
There you go.
I mean, there's a silver lining in every insult.
The horse is my favorite animal.
Yeah, horses are fucking majestic. They're the most perfect creatures ever. So I'm skinny, horse-faced Jew. We're the chosen people. They're just really nailing it with the compliments.
Do you think Jewish people are the chosen people?
I mean, sure. According to the line. Yeah. Are they the chosen people? I don't know. Who cares?
Chosen for what?
Chosen for what? We're all fucking dying. We're all going to turn into fucking
to
dirt.
Cram kids into a minivan.
Yeah, well, everybody's cramming people into a minivan.
If you're a Hasidic
Have you seen
Jew,
a minivan? They're so practical.
Probably need slightly better body odor etiquette.
It's crazy. I don't get it.
I used to live in a very
insane.
Hasidic Jewish area. And,
so did I.
And I had loads of Jewish friends. So I went to about 1 million bar mitzvahs, and a couple of bat mitzvahs. But it's the clothes. Is it culturally? Like you religious? Are you not allowed to put deodorant on? Because
honestly,
it's kind of
against. I don't know what it is.
I wondered if it was a belief thing. Because when you add to that woolen clothes, like thick wool suits and shirts and fucking hats and the over jacket, you're gonna get a little.
You're
musty,
overheating
man.
with layers. You're definitely overheating with layers. But I also think. I'm not entirely sure. And if you have any Hasidic listeners or just super religious
doubt they're
listeners,
allowed to listen to this podcast.
If you do know, can you put on deodorant on the high holidays or on Shabbat? I don't know. Maybe you can't put on deodorant for Shabbat. I don't know.
It's so fucking irritating. I went on this flight and I was flying. Where the fuck was I going to?
Oh God, never. Any flight to Israel, by the way, if you fly
I was going to New York and I was there was one of the guys from the Church of
Latter-day Saints?
No, it's the black guys with the like almost looks like a kind of an Egyptian do-rag.
Coptic Christians?
Coptic Christians, yes. So the Church Coptic Christianity, there was a guy there, and then right behind him was a Hasidic Jew who he put on the old thing and tied it all around and did his prayers before the plane set off.
He rapped tefillin?
He rapped he rapped so hard.
Oh, rapping tefillin.
Like,
it's
yo,
you literally
what's
physically
up,
rap
man?
something.
Hasidic Jew on the plane going to New York.
Who's the Jewish rapper? What's his name? There's that
Gonna
guy.
celebrate, gonna get a champagne cork.
Wow, you're really good at this.
Not gonna put no body odor on, cause I smell like the Church of Zion.
I mean, this is really good. You really have a future.
Chosen ones. Chosen ones.
Chosen.
Chosen. Anyway, but he sat in front of me, 2 seats in front of me.
And it's like he was sitting in your lap.
It was like he was sitting in my lap and he had his armpit in my face. And I was like, dude, I feel like this is if it's like against the rules, there should be a market for creating a natural made kosher deodorant. Or is it just that a lot of these guys just don't fucking
I think there's so many potential explanations. I just don't understand how it can smell so bad. I'm really into body odor. I like I love pheromones. Like I love an armpit.
Yeah, but it's pheromones then it's just being dirty, yo.
It's excessive. It's the sort of thing where I'm like, do you not have consistent access to a laundry machine? You know, I also think some of the white shirts they wear. Body odor, though. But I like it. I like it to an extent, but this is too much. But I think maybe some of the shirts they're wearing are maybe like too much of a poly blend and they're not cotton enough, so they're not breathing properly.
Yeah, the clothes are not breathing.
So I think maybe it's a combination of poor hygiene, bad quality shirts, too many layers, not enough access to laundry machines. So they're recycling and wearing things more than once.
I think in the Hacidic Jewish faith, the wife is the washing machine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty subservient, right?
Yeah, very subservient. Oh my gosh, so subservient. The women are garbage. One of the things when you wrap to fill in, you wrap that leather band around. So you're thanking God. Every time you wrap it, you say thank God for something, and only men do it. And one of the things they say is, number one, God, thank you for not making me a woman. Specifically, not making me a woman. Another thing they say,
I thank God for that too.
Another thing they say is thank you for allowing me to shit. That's one of the things they thank God for.
Really?
Shits. Dear God, thank you for not making me a woman, and thank you for letting me shit.
I like how those two things make them think of each other. They're going, okay, what do I need to do?
What's next on the list?
I'm gonna have a massive shit.
We're not
later.
women.
Oh yeah, my
wife.
My wife.
Yeah.
Mazel tov for my wife, who reminds me of my big morning shit.
Very misogynistic. Very misogynistic.
Well, fuck those guys then.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Not a fan of the Hasidic Jews.
No.
Do you have that kind of pressure from your family to maybe marry a Jewish boy?
Not anymore. No, my mom is just like, marry fucking anybody.
Is there a
please.
Cutoff age where they just go, oh, you know what? Just anyone will do?
Yeah, I mean,
and you're like, I met this black guy called Jamal, and they're like, okay, we'll take it.
They're like, fine, how dusty are your ovaries? Yeah, my mom, she's just like, please do something. But she just wants him to be wealthy at this point. I think she would like him to be a Jew.
Doctor.
I just don't think Jews should procreate.
If
We're too genetically similar.
Or an accountant, or maybe in pharmaceuticals. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, just somebody with commas in their bank account.
Yeah.
More than one. So she would want that. And then, but it's just like, I don't think when Jews get pregnant, they have to get genetic screening for this thing called Tay-Sachs disease.
Tell me about it.
It's a genetic disease.
What does it do?
What happens if you're too closely related? You create a genetically defective baby. And a lot of Jews Jews are very closely related. So it's like, I don't want to take that chance. I don't want to have an inhaler for a baby.
What is this Jew killing disease?
Tay-Sachs disease. It's a blood disease, I believe.
What is it? How does it manifest itself?
I don't know. You have to get an abortion though if you have Tay-Sachs disease.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, your baby won't survive. So it's like, I think it's one.
Oh, is it maybe like you have what's it called? You get clots. You get blood clots a lot. Yeah, so the baby embryo
even more than that. Yeah, it's something pretty serious.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, so you can't have the baby. But so that's one thing you need to get screened for once you become pregnant. If you're pregnant with, it's usually between two Ashkenazi Jews.
Oh my goodness.
I'm an Ashkenazi Jew.
H3, and well, Hila and Ethan Klein, two YouTubers that I enjoy watching, both Ashkenazi Jewish.
Yeah.
They're about to have a baby. They're like 4 months in.
They've probably gotten screened for
Thank fuck for that. I hope so. No. I was worried.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to have a clotty baby.
Also, I mean, what's that YouTube video going to be like?
Yeah. Oh.
Reaction video, our abortion.
A reaction video, and they actually show the abortion.
Back and we react to it. No, that's more like Logan Paul.
Two
and
Jews,
Jake Paul,
no baby.
2 Jews, no baby. Wow.
Bye. So speaking of abortions.
Yeah, that's pretty... you ever had to have an abortion?
Yeah, I did. I had one.
I can't imagine what that it would feel like. I guess it very much depends on at what stage.
It was very early, and I'm very happy I did it.
Did it also, like... Did it make you feel weird? Like, did you feel inside?
I didn't question it at all. It is very emotional in the sense of when you are pregnant, you start getting this influx of pregnancy hormones, and the second you have the abortion, they just drop off a cliff. So you experience a sort of postpartum depression.
Is it like a come down?
Huge.
That lasts for weeks.
Pregnancy hormones are like, you're just crazy emotional.
Yeah.
And then immediately just drops off a cliff. And it feels, and I probably wasn't right for maybe 2 months.
Oh, wow. Fuck me. That's serious, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is why I'm with the old Orthodox Jews on the thank God I'm not a woman.
Yeah.
Because you add to that shit like that.
Oh,
abortions,
crazy.
like pregnancy, weird shit, periods.
Oh, nightmare. All of it. It's terrible.
What else? There's other stuff. There's so many other things.
Hormone fluctuations.
If you want to avoid an unwanted pregnancy and you want to take the morning after pill, or you want to take the even just a birth control, that can fuck your body up in a major way.
Yep.
Oh,
I know a lot of people who went crazy from birth controls.
Bacterial vaginosis, just a pH imbalance.
Yep, BV, UTI, yeast infection. Yeast infections. The worst.
Holy shit. I at worst, I have to worry about pissing a stone out of my body once.
I had a kidney stone once.
Or I've never had that, but
but it's an option.
I imagine it's very painful.
Yeah.
And then also, what else? Maybe picking something up if I'm not careful.
You can get a yeast infection. Men can get yeast infections in their dicks.
Bake a little boner bread.
A little boner bread. That's funny.
Bake a little boner bread.
That's you can get those in your dick. You can catch a yeast infection from a girl.
If you actually get the heat as well, the downstairs heat, a bit of chlamydia with the yeast infection, you start to urinate streams of baguette.
It's actually linguine.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm, it's linguine.
I always thought it was baguette. Mine comes out. Mine's
Angel
European.
hair? Oh.
Mine's European, so that's why it comes out as baguettes.
Is that
over here? It's more Italian, New York.
Wait, a ciabatta. It comes out as a ciabatta here.
Yeah, with some fucking
in Israel. It's a challah.
Some prosciutto in there. Yeah, you got a bit of prosciutto. Little fucking prosciutto.
Can you drizzle this with some balsamic?
Hey, Tony, what is this? It's delicious. What is this? Hey, that's that dick prosciutto. The dick prosciutto, yeah, it comes out in the ciabatta.
I love a good dick prosciutto. It's delicious.
Hey, it's fucking delicious.
This is
little boner bread. Come on, put a bit of hair on your chest.
I'm truly getting hungry right now.
I'm hungry.
As much as this is disgusting,
hungry
I'm
for
actually
boner
craving.
bread.
Oh, I just love bread.
I said your two favorite things in one phrase.
Boner and bread.
Boners and bread.
Oh, it's my brand, Boners and Breads. That's actually the name of my first album.
But you work out. Have you succumbed to the Los Angeles hype that you have to look a certain way to be successful in this town?
I'm sorry, what?
I'll say it again. You work out.
Yeah.
So have you succumbed to that LA conditioning, which is that you have to look a certain way to be successful in this town?
Well, however I look has not been that effective. So maybe I should subscribe to that.
What do you mean it's not been effective? You've been doing some fun things. You've been opening up for David Tell and Jeff Ross on the road. That's pretty big.
I've had moments, but I'm not my looks aren't in high demand. I mean, I have a callback for an audition tomorrow to be a dog trainer in something.
That's dope. And there's real dog trainers out there right now losing their fucking minds.
Losing their fucking minds. Oh, I better get it. That is so my brand. But that is not a looks contingent role.
Sure.
So I'm definitely not going out for things where they're like, we need a real looker here.
No, but you're a nice looking dork girl. And that's very in demand, I think.
I'm a dork girl?
Yeah, you're a nerd. You're a fucking geek, a nerd. You don't think that?
I mean, I am, but I've never been called a dork. I've been called a nerd. I feel like a dork is like a real insult.
Oh, it's not meant to be insulting. I'm a fucking nerd. I'm a dork. I'm a geek.
Yeah,
dorky is you're a little bit, it's the glasses and kind of you look kind of sweet and hey, I'm a little dorky.
I'll take it.
But then the geeky and the nerdiness is there as well.
I'll take it. If that's my casting bracket.
You have to know what your typecast is.
That's fine. But no, I've never been at the gym being like, well, if I just get to drop 5 pounds, I'll book more. I'm not worried about that. Mainly, I'm
so worried about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need abs. I got abs. I need to see them.
Yeah. Well, you're doing 2-a-days right now, aren't you?
I'm going to the gym twice a day now. Yeah, I fucking hate myself.
So how many hours are you doing each session?
I go in for an hour and a half. So if I'm doing weights, I'll do an hour of weights and I do 15 minutes of stretching at the end, so you can actually work out again the next day. And then I go and have a shower, and then I got to suck a couple of guys off in the. So it's all right. I'm in an hour and 40.
Okay, and that'll burn a few more calories.
Oh yeah, but the protein.
The protein.
That's
back.
what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Well, but it's an hour. I'm in there an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Arrival to leave.
So
and for cardio, it'll be.
Yeah, and then you cardio in the evening.
I'm going to do cardios in the evening now.
And how long are you going to cardio for? An hour and a half?
No, an hour. I'll go in and just get on a bike, play some music, watch some YouTube videos.
Okay.
And just cycle for an hour.
Yeah, that goes by fast. I watch stuff while I work out on the.
What do you like to work out to?
I honestly, you know what I've been watching?
Pornography.
No, I've been watching Arrow on
Arrow?
Netflix.
Wow.
Yeah,
You got some good internet reception in your gym.
Yeah, I've great internet reception. Well, the bike that I do, you can log into your Netflix on that bike.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. It's great. They just got these new bikes.
That's the most LA thing I've ever had.
I know. You can log into your Netflix or Hulu.
Oh, I got Hulu.
Yeah.
And I got Netflix.
Yeah. Well, do you have them on your bike?
I don't know.
At your gym?
I'm going to check.
I'm sure they do. Oh, I think they have it at Gold's. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they do.
That's fucking dope, man.
Yeah.
Oh, well then I'll get all my watching done.
Yeah, I watch everything.
What a wonderful way to do it.
Yeah, but my guilty obsession is Arrow. Oof, it's so good.
Really?
I'm on season 4 now. I
haven't watched that one yet. I've watched most of the Marvel stuff.
It's really
good. And I feel like it's one of those things that it just looks a bit fucking. It looks like it's going to be like Iron Fist.
You know, I haven't seen Iron Fist. Really fucking into Arrow, though.
Of all of them, it's the worst one because the protagonists are just so fucking boring.
Oh, no.
You don't empathize with them. Whereas, like, Daredevil, you can get behind, you know, Daredevil a bit. You know, Luke Cage, very charismatic. Jessica Jones.
Arrow is
I want to fucking live inside of her vagina. So I'm like, I will follow you to the end of the earth.
She is perfect.
She's a very good actress,
really
actually.
Is a great actress. She was in Breaking Bad.
I shouldn't have started with how sexy I think she is. But I do, as soon as I see her, I'm like,
the second I saw her on Breaking Bad, I was like, I love this girl.
Yeah.
And then she started doing that series, and I was like, that's an interesting cast. And then I watched her in it a bit, and I was like, oh, she's great. She's a great actress.
The only thing she could do with, but she won't, and maybe she'd say it was a particular choice just to represent her own body shape and like not worry about being a superhero. But she's meant to have incredible strength.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I know she's just still meant to, you know, it's a super mutant power. She doesn't have to be stronger. But she's a very petite, very thin girl.
You'd like to see her buff up a bit?
I thought not flub up, just like I'd like her to look strong.
Yeah, buff up.
Oh, buff up. I thought you said flub up.
No, buff up. Like I'd like.
You want a bitch fat?
No. You know who I think has the best body? I said it today to a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Jessica Biel. She is so strong and thick and perfect.
She has a good body. Yeah, she has a good body.
She's great. I think she's so stunning.
Yeah.
And she has great arms. Very muscular arms.
See, I like a woman with like
muscular.
the right amount of muscle where she looks like, like she's strong. We could climb a mountain together.
Yeah.
It's more in the shoulders and the back. When the muscles and the shoulder and the back.
I like it when a girl looks like she could get the luggage herself.
Up here.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, that's too much. No.
Whoa.
I don't want a girl to be yoked out.
Stephanie, chill out. She's fucking bending iron bars.
She's like, you need me to open this jar?
Babe! And she smashes it. She
just walks into a grocery store and just starts opening jars just because.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That would be the best relationship.
Best relationship. Just a girl who can like open everything for you. Change a tire.
A woman who could just
without a tire and iron.
Submission.
Yeah.
I don't mind being submissive in the bedroom, and I feel like that would be that would be great. I talked to a girl at a show she's working behind the bar at what's the big venue here? The Rose Bowl. No, not the Rose Bowl. What's the other one? Staples Center or something?
Yeah, Staples. Mm-hmm.
I can't remember which one it was. I think maybe Staples Center. We were seeing who are they called? What are they called? All my friends and all my things are dead. 20 Stone Pilot.
Yeah,
2010,
21. 21. Whatever.
Pilots,
I know what you're talking about.
163 airplane pilots. Pies. 123 pies were playing.
Pi squared. Pilots.
And this is why you're a dog.
Yeah.
163
stoned temple pilots.
Stoned pilots in a temple were playing down there. And I went to watch them. And she was sitting behind the bar and she was very sexy, but she definitely lifted. Like she did competition and stuff. But even that, I was like, we flirted a lot. We had a bit. I was like, you know what? I quite like the idea. Like, I'd be interested to fuck a woman that strong.
And how was it?
Oh, we haven't done it. I need to send her a text.
Yeah, shoot her a text. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a girl when you had your holiday party. There was a girl here who was ripped.
Oh yeah, she's works.
She's from San Francisco.
Sure. Why don't we just out my personal life? But yeah, she.
Yeah. I mean,
she owns her own
she's
gym.
She's just a friend of yours.
Yeah.
With a gym.
They're all
San
friends.
Francisco,
they're all
San
friends.
Francisco. But yeah, she was ripped. I could not get over how great her arms were.
Did you want to fight her? Was there a little part of you was like,
fight her? No, I wanted to fuck her.
Wrestle her. Oh, really?
No. Oh, yeah. I would have hooked up with her for sure. She was super hot. Great body.
So
good butt,
actually bisexual, or you just every now and then you just like to finger chickens?
No, I'm a pillow princess.
What does that mean?
You go down on me.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I'm a lazy lesbian.
Yeah, that's such a fucking cop-out. That's basically you can just close your eyes and pretend there's a guy there.
No, it's a woman. I like making out with chicks. That's fun.
Yeah.
Chicks are great.
Chicks are great. I think more and more now women love fucking other women. But then they don't really want to be in a relationship with them.
No. I don't want to be in a relationship with a woman. I also don't, like, my vagina's complicated enough. We've been through it.
Yeah, she's going to have to dig around beneath those fucking dreadlocks to find her way down there.
Exactly.
Get to that sweet Ashkenazi puss. It's going to take a little while.
It's going to take a minute. Just use it as dental floss when you're done eating, you know?
Oh, horrendous.
Gross.
When did you first hook up with a lady?
Middle school, high school.
It's a perfect time to do it, isn't it? Trying to work out who you are.
Just like, we need to learn how to kiss. Let's make out.
Yeah.
And then the first time I ever had sex with a woman
teacher, so that was weird.
Was 25.
When you were 25 was the next
sex
one.
with a woman.
Now, what do you constitute as sex? Oral sex, hands?
Yes, all of that.
You didn't fucking double-ended dildo?
With that, all that was there too.
Really?
Yeah.
You scissored it out with a double-ended?
Yes.
That's fucking dope.
I know.
I feel like that's real. That takes kind of like skill and the cohesion. You have to know
100%, very much
synchronicity.
Skill. Yeah, otherwise first of all, it's very silly. It's kind of funny because you're just like, what are we doing? How do we do this?
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, you do this, and then I'll mount you. It's
now,
funny.
who instigated that?
She did. Yeah.
Give me the approach. How does she do it? She come up to you and just go, "Hey, excuse me, I really want to."
It's a whole long story.
Stick the other end of this rubber toy I have at home.
I don't really talk about it because there's a person that is involved that might listen to it who would be able to put the pieces together.
I see. You like talking about my personal dating life, but you won't talk about yours.
We can talk about, I can tell you the generalities of what happened, but I can't give you the detail, the exact well, then this happened and then this happened.
Okay, sure.
Because,
no, I understand that. Okay. All right, so
it was a husband and a wife.
Okay, all right, cool. So when did you hang out last with Aimee Nicole and her husband?
2 weeks ago.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, she was really sick on stage because she just got some bad pussy, you know?
Yeah.
My pussy.
Your pussy is
my bad pussy.
Bad pussy. But you've tried to make it sound like a sexy thing. Yeah. I got some bad pussy.
B-A-D. Yeah. Like a good bad.
Just fucking bad to the bone is like playing in the background. You pop your collar on your leather jacket and push your sunglasses down and go like, I got some bad pussy, boys.
Mm-hmm. Like Michael Jackson bad. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
Okay, so we're going. So she's with her husband.
She's with her husband. So we were hanging out.
Where?
Their house. And then, a little drogos.
Is she a comic?
No, this was not a comic.
Okay.
A regular.
Okay.
A normie.
A muggle.
And then, that's funny. And then, and then, some drogos involved, a little drinky drink. And then, then that.
And was it a party with other people?
Nope, just the three of us.
Oh, they specifically...
They orchestrated it,
for
sure.
They definitely wanted you to come over and to fuck them both.
Yeah.
And so you had sex with both of them?
Yeah. There were rules for him, though. No intercourse with him.
Oral
sex. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they swing. That's their thing.
And no oral sex either?
No, oral sex, fine. Intercourse, no.
He was not allowed to put his penis inside of your vagina?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
That's a bit fucking selfish of her.
Well, that's selfish. She's loaning me out for fun. They have some rules. They swing. That's what they do. Sure, they're swingers. But the reason they're...
she's allowed to have sex with other people, but you're not allowed to have penetrative sex. He's not allowed to have penetrative sex.
She only hooks up with the girls. They don't hook up with other guys.
It doesn't matter. She's putting the other end of a dildo inside of you and smashing your fucking vaginas together while you're scissoring. And he's not allowed to put his penis inside of your vagina?
That's their rules.
Fuck that shit.
It's their rules.
As long as it's careful, their rules are fucking stupid and selfish. Well, she's selfish.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
She's selfish.
So that was what happened.
I hope she's listening.
She's probably not
Stop being so selfish with that vagina. Not even that vagina, with his penis. You're putting rules on his penis. I guarantee
he doesn't. I'm sure he's just thrilled to be able to park his penis in another mouth.
Depends. I mean, I've been part of swingers setups before, and I've never seen it that way, where where one partner's allowed to do that.
I've heard of it that way before 1 billion times.
Have they ever had other guys? Did they tell you if they ever had other guys involved?
Never had other guys. No.
So maybe he's not happy with that, so that's why he's not allowed to put penis inside of other vaginas.
Yeah.
That would make sense. But then he's fucking selfish too. If you want to be explorative with sex, you should let your partner have sex. As long as it's safe.
Have you had a threesome?
Yes.
You're such a hero. You're like, what? Of course. And now, was there another guy? Was there another girl? What was the breakdown?
So once a year I go to Romania and I have a party with some friends there. They're swingers. He doesn't fuck men. I don't fuck men. So me and him don't do anything together. But she likes girls. And me, him, her. I've had sex with her. She's my friend. But I've had sex with her. With him there, together with him, on her own, whatever. Because he trusts me. He knows I'm not a piece of shit. So it's like, she's my friend. I can differentiate between sex and friendship very easily. I don't need sex to enjoy the friendship. Just
the second you said Romania, I knew this story was going to be good.
Yeah. But then they invite like 6 or 7 girls over. And we all fuck. Like, me and him fuck all the girls and her, and she fucks the girls, and it's fun.
And this is once a year?
Yeah.
So once a year you have a planned orgy?
No, I go there to do some work, actually. But an orgy is just like a wonderful thing that grew out of it.
What kind of work are you doing in Romania?
Providing some dick to those who need it. No, I'm
he's a humanitarian.
I'm a humanitarian, yeah. I'm trying to move your mic camera, but there you go. No, I'm doing it because I go out there and host an event for 2 days, and then I do a 1-hour stand-up show to 4,000 delegates.
And then you do a 6-hour orgy.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Although once you fucked like 3 of the 4 girls, like normally actually it's me, him, her. They invite 7 or 8 girls, some of which we've had sex in the past, some of which we knew, some of which want to, some of which might not want to, and everyone just kind of hangs out, does a little wine, talks. No one gets super fucked up. The only thing that I hate they do is that all the girls smoke in Romania, and it's
really?
Yeah, it's a bit grim. I hate that. It's just cigarette. They chain smoke. But no one's on drugs. It's very nice. They all look amazing. And then maybe 4 of the girls will stay to fuck. Like some of them go like, oh no, I got a boyfriend right now and I'm not into it. Or hey, I'm not in the mood. Or some will just be like, oh, that's not for me. And you go, okay, cool. Whatever you're into. So it's normally me and him and 5 girls. And it gets, after you've had sex with 3 of those women, it's tiring.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what?
God,
I got no more dick. Well, it's really hard for a short period of time.
Yeah.
And then it's more like just trying to fucking flog a dead animal. You know, just slapping the fucking head. Wake up!
Your hand casing sausage.
Bro, you fucking make yourself come 3 times and then go like, oh no, I'm ready to fuck another 3 people. No. Nah.
Does it get harder? Does it get more difficult as you get older to do this?
Of course. Well, actually, that's not true. I don't know. I've only been going there for a few years and I've never had any troubles.
Are you going again this year?
Yeah.
When are you going? What time of year
June,
is it?
I think this year.
It's a June Georgie.
Yeah, and you know, as long as everyone's consenting and no one's getting hurt, then it's all good. And everyone's careful.
Yeah.
You know, we wrap our shit up. You wrap it up before you slap it up, as a very famous rap DJ once said in England on BBC.
I feel like if comics want to be creepy and do some creepy sexual stuff, they need an arrangement like you.
No, because what I'm doing is not creepy. This is my fucking issue.
You know what I mean? It's not even like. I just mean like if you want to have your kinks. There's someone else who wants to have your kinks with you.
Sure, but that's just called consent.
Yeah. So it's just like, concept. But find someone else.
Here's the problem is that I think there's like all the guys who seem like they're like really, I'm just really seeing with little sweaters and their fucking beards coming down their neck. And they're just like, I'm an uber feminist. Those are motherfuckers who are drugging drinks and like fucking chicks against their will. But then I'm the easiest target to say shit like that about because I'm a 6'4" Lothario who wears his shirt way too unbuttoned. Do you know what I mean? And skinny jeans. Yeah. So you're like, well, if anyone's fucked anyone against their will, it's got to be this big fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
Whereas the truth can be it couldn't be further from the truth.
I mean, I think it's really great how well you accept.
No, I've had to accept that now. And I could change it. I could cut my hair short and I could stop wearing all the rings and I could wear like normal t-shirt stuff. But how fucking boring is that guy? Fuck that guy.
I mean, I love like how many rings you wear.
Thanks.
Do you lose them ever? Do you lose them ever? There's so many to keep track of.
I don't think I've ever misplaced one of those rings. I'm pretty good with rings. So
what do you do when you go to a lady's house? Do you have a ring bag?
No, I just take them off, put them in my jacket pocket maybe.
Oh. I'm imagining you with like an old...
What I do is I hide...
like a purple Crown Royal bag that you carry. Oh.
And then I hide them inside of her bumhole. Oh. And then in the morning I go like, time for the wake up morning surprise.
You're like bloop, bloop, the alarm's bloop, going off. Oh, God, butt plug.
And like, yeah, it's like one of those like, boy, it's like balls. They're called
DIY butt plug.
No, what are they called? Butt plug. It's not a butt plug. A plug is a plug. These are called anal beads.
Anal beads, sorry.
There you go. I knew we'd get there at the end.
I think I missaid that last night. There was a girl who had earrings that looked like anal beads, but I think I said butt plug, and I think that's why nobody was getting the joke. But she had these earrings that looked like Etsy anal beads.
Yeah, it was also a Christian youth club that you were doing a show at.
Yeah, for
Could
sure.
have been that. That's probably why it didn't go down.
It was probably that, yeah.
Yeah. Would you join the church? Butt plugs are
important, though. Butt plugs are important. You need a wide base, otherwise it will get sucked in and lost in your butthole, speaking from experience. I lost a dildo in my butt once. Had to poop it out.
How small a vibrator or a dildo are we talking about?
No, it just didn't have a wide base. It was just a long, thin, and then it just fell in because that's why a butt
plug
has a wide base. The wide base keeps it from sinking into your butt.
I understand how it works.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why would you put...
It fell into my butt.
Because I'm assuming your dildo is going to be at least kind of 9 inches in terms of size, at least.
No, it was a smaller. It was a trainer one. It was
so
a
how big are we
one.
talking? That's like 7 inches. Like 9 inches.
I'd say 5. That's
no,
5.
no. You're vastly underestimating. Keep that exactly where. Oh no, actually, I haven't got my things in the car.
Pull your dick out. Do you know?
Oh no, actually, hold that. No, do that again. I want to do this because this is the age-old test where they go like, where women will go like, that's 5 inches, and I'll go, that's nearer 7 inches. But you've got to hold it. I'm seeing where it is.
I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
You know what? I don't even trust you. Let me just try something. Okay, so it's from tip to tip of that, right?
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
All right. Let's see how big this is.
He didn't even trust me.
I don't because I think like...
You thought I was going to move it?
I don't have my fucking measuring thing.
I have a measuring thing in my bag. Grab me my backpack. I have a tape measure in it. I have a tape measure in it, yeah.
I want to do this because this is it. We're going to clear up whether women over-exaggerate men's penis size or whether men over-exaggerate their penis size. I think this is the moment when it all gets cleared up? This is going to be 7 inches. This is, by the way, my Boundless CF 710. You can get that at Boundless. Use code SAVAGE for 10% off all your orders. Get some smoke in the new year. Here we go. So inches, I'm saying that's got to be about... 6.5, 7 inches. Probably 7 inches. Definitely not 5. Let's find out. Tip to tip.
5.5.
Oh my God, it's 5.5.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. I apologize.
You should.
Well, in that case,
thanks for apologizing.
Hold on a second.
Just, you can take it in the back and measure your wiener if you need to.
I'm not going to do that. Oh, okay. I'm underselling it a little bit. All right, cool. Nice.
Hilarious. He just found out how big his dick is. He just went like this on his thigh.
It's slightly over my full stretch from tip to tip, and I always thought that was like. Well, I mean, I measured it before. Every man who's
every man. The second a man got a ruler, he measured his dick.
But that's only like 8.5. So yeah, a little bit over that is 9.
If you go into a man's house and you see a ruler in his house, just know that his dick has touched it.
No, we did it when we were children. I haven't done it since I was a child.
Really?
Yeah.
You haven't. Well, you should do it again because
why?
Apparently your dick has grown.
But why would I do that? It's such a weird thing to do as an adult.
Do it. Why not?
Well, I mean, I could broadcast it live.
Yeah.
Then there'd be
you
some
should
kind of
do
purpose
it live.
for it.
Absolutely.
On Instagram.
A live measurement.
Instagram live measurement happening
Absolutely.
right now. I got so many
sure.
gay fans who I think have already imagined that happening.
Well, guys, it's gonna happen.
You should talk about your lesbian experiences on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, or being the third wheel in a swingers group, and like I think there's a lot of humor in all of that stuff.
Well, I talk about hooking up with girls on stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In what way?
About just how magical and wonderful women are, and it's like
not all of them. Some of them are fucking assholes.
I know, but it's just like we're just like magical creatures. I don't want to tell my jokes on a podcast. That's weird, but we're magical creatures. We really are.
What's so magical about you? I mean, you create life. That's pretty magical.
We create life. That's it. I mean,
that's pretty magical.
What's also magical?
It's more biological than magical.
Here's my joke. All right, here's my joke. Women are like witches, and I mean that in the best way possible, because if you don't think women are like witches, then you explain to me why if we spend more than 1 month together, we all get our period at the same time. And it's not like we discuss it. It's not like I'm like, Erica, Renee, Becky, on 3, let's bleed. It's just automatically our bodies harmonize. That's it.
I like it.
Thanks. Well, there's more to it.
It's very wordy.
Yeah, I'm wordy.
There was a lot of words there.
Yeah, a lot. But it's good, though. It always does well.
I was waiting for the bigger punch.
It's a longer joke.
She didn't ask for feedback, and I'm giving it.
I don't need it. I don't need it because I know it's a good joke. It works. And every time I do the joke, ladies love it. And guys are like, that's actually really funny.
Maybe a couple of months ago, maybe 2 or 3 months ago.
You're so funny.
It was a good show. You did very well as well, actually.
I always knew you were funny, but after watching you, I was like, I want to be funny like him. You're like an effortless kind of funny.
That's sweet of you. I don't think you should feel like that. I think you're very, very funny in your own right. Let's not sit around grooming each other's egos.
No, but I really, truly, like, you have this ease on stage that I mean, you've been doing it longer than I have. I'm sure I'll get there. Yeah. But I'm sure if I, put in more time, I'll get there as well. But you have such an ease. It's just so natural. It really feels like you're just talking, even though I know you're doing jokes that you've done before. It feels like you're saying them for the first time.
Yeah. Well, that's how I'm trying to be now every time I'm on stage. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. But my point was going to be is that when I saw you that show, you were very funny, first of all, but also I learned a lot about you, and I realized that I learned the most about my comedian friends from this podcast, doing this podcast, because it's an hour of concentrated time to talk to someone, and when I see them live. Yeah. And I actually learned very little about them, I think, a lot of them off stage, because it's so closed off. Yeah. Have you experienced that?
Yeah, definitely. I think oftentimes the younger a comic is, the less their comedy is actually a revelation about them.
Sure.
I think you get to know, I think podcasts are definitely a good way to get to know people. Like when I used to do roast battle a lot, if I was preparing to battle somebody, I would listen to podcasts they've done to hear more about them, to kind of get some fun stuff to like
that sounds like such a great way to do it, but also such a tiring fucking process.
Very tiring. But I remember when I was battling, I battled Andy Haynes on season 2 of Roast Battle.
Okay.
And I remember listening to countless
hours
of podcasts, and I just got to know him so well, and I actually kind of like fell in love with Andy Haynes. I think he's just a wonderful, incredible person.
Yeah.
And I listened to his stand-up as well.
And then you made out that he was a fucking shitbag on stage in your jokes.
Yeah. Totally.
Do you remember any of your roasts?
I do.
What was your most savage one? What was the most savage?
My favorite one, Andy and his ex-wife are in an open marriage. That's a hipster term for I can't make my wife come.
I like that. That is a good joke.
And then he made fun of me for working at Costco. And then I said, Andy's just mad because his ex-wife was fucking guys in bulk.
Nice. Okay.
Because
you
she
prepped
cheated
that because
on
you
him.
knew he was going to make a joke.
I knew he was going to make a Costco joke.
That's a good part of the roast battle as
Yeah.
well. You've got to prepare jokes that are going to be like, I'm going to get the Russell Brand thing.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
If I ever did it.
Like a poor man's Russell Brand, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. But yeah, so those were probably two of my favorites. Andy, one of them was, Andy looks like the kind of guy, if he owned slaves, he would be bummed out that they don't want to be friends with him or something like that. It was really good. I liked it. But the first two I gave were my favorites.
Yeah, the hipster one, I like that. That applies to a lot of guys I see walking around.
Every guy's like, I'm going to have an open relationship. I'm like, what? You're not getting the job done?
Yeah, exactly. Although, you know what? Quite fun though, isn't it?
It is fun, but it's like, come on.
Variety in sex is one of the best things.
Absolutely. One of the things that's kind of annoying me right now is a lot of comics will make jokes about how they love eating ass. And I guess this is a thing now. Guys are like, I eat ass. And I'm like, you don't even eat pussy well. Who said you could graduate?
Well, you don't have to, you don't have to love, I don't love eating someone's arsehole. Yeah. But I love making a woman feel good. Yeah. And if she's got a clean arsehole, you know, it's got a lot of nerves back there. It's really sensitive. It feels really good.
Lots of nerve endings.
I like making someone feel good.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of an arsehole, but I'm not like going, hey, baby, tonight, I'm
booty
gonna
hole
eat
time.
Your fucking ass.
Yeah, no.
Because I love ass.
But there are some guys who are wildly obsessed with buttholes.
I don't mind fucking an ass.
But there are a lot of guys who love eating ass.
All out. It's not my number one go-to buffet choice.
Yeah, that's definitely not.
That's Thai food.
That's not a stop. That is, no, I love Thai food.
Yeah. That's why I'd rather eat Thai food than ass.
Yeah, well, if
but
you don't want
I'd rather fuck an ass than fuck Thai food.
Have you fucked Pad See You?
I mean, I've given it a go. Very spicy. I got a little bit of chili pepper in the end of my penis.
Oh, chili dick.
Took months to get over that.
Well, then you should fuck mango sticky rice. It's very grippy.
Well, I just pulled it out and threw it into a Thai iced tea immediately afterwards, and it just took the burn off. It was the weirdest massage place I've ever been to in my entire life. But you know what? Give everything a go twice. That's what I say.
What have you done once that you would do again?
Well, I've done once that I would do again. To myself or to someone else, because it's like things that I've done. Like I blew cocaine into a woman's arsehole before, and she said it felt amazing. She got fucking like crazy high.
I see. I don't get that.
So I'd do that again if a woman want me to do it.
That again. Okay, that's a good.
But then also that's more like being. I'm being the.
It's so funny when I asked you this question. By the way, I was thinking in my mind like skydiving.
Yeah, I do that again. I've done that once, 25,000 feet. That was fun.
Yeah, I went skydiving once. It was okay.
I mean, anyone can go skydiving. It takes a real man to blow cocaine into a woman's arsehole.
Yes, it really does. It also takes a prostitute.
Yeah, also don't put the straw in your mouth before you've got your lung full of air.
Wow.
Just a little hint.
Guys, life hack.
Yeah, you got to like keep the
Jeff
straw
Leach.
short. Just cut a little bit off the end so it's short. Like
but you're not allowed to use straws anymore.
Pack it with Coke and then you pinch the other end. Yeah, you have to use a paper straw, which makes it a little harder to get it in there. But you just got to
and it'll get wet easily. Just make sure the asshole's dry.
Yeah, dry the arsehole first.
Don't want a soggy straw in an asshole.
And then you just go in and you want to pinch the end. You want to go, and then like that. You don't want to get in there and go like, oh, because you might get like Coke in your throat.
Yeah,
you might breathe in anus.
Yeah.
No one wants to do that. Well, some people on the internet definitely want to do that.
Anus
I've seen
particles.
the websites.
Yes. There's so many special interests for that sort of thing.
It's like this shit where, and someone sent me a funny, no pun intended, there's this shit where a woman sent me a funny picture the other day, was like, I was like, I can't wait to do this thing for you. And she's funny. And we were sending sexy stuff back and forth, and she went, can't wait for you to do this either. And she sent me this funny photo, and it was of like a fat woman with some kind of underwear on that had a tube coming out of her ass, and it was going to a gas mask on a guy's face. So obviously
hilarious.
They're farting straight into his face or shit.
And I'm sure there are guys who like that.
Love that.
Yeah.
I don't understand how. I don't understand how you go, the smell of an obese woman's anus and whatever's in her gastro fucking intestinal tract.
Insane.
That makes my dick so hard right now.
Yeah, it's crawling into your body.
Yeah, it makes me want to kill myself.
It makes my vagina grow an arm, sew itself shut, and then cut the arm off. It's disgusting. But there are.
I feel like the clit would have to grow into the arm, because you could see that happening. Like the clit just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and over like 24 hours grows into a full muscular arm, and then or a dainty old lady's arm.
I'm thinking dainty old lady, like a gloved dainty old lady arm,
and then. Or both the labia turn into two arms, so one can have the little thimble on the finger, to
so
sew.
you don't stab yourself.
Yeah, but then you got to sew the labia shut.
Yeah. So eventually, maybe I think it's just that you sew it so tight that the circulation to the arm gets cut off and it just drops off,
and it dries up and falls like wilts and withers.
Yeah, wilts and withers.
Goes all black like maybe you've got frostbite.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go, fully sealed up vagina. Female castration, you guys.
I'm really glad we went that deep into that improvised
into how it would actually go down. But yeah,
so grim.
But it is really grim. But yeah, there are a lot of sexual proclivities out there that guys have.
There's someone right now listening to that joke, and that's horrendously disgusting, or that's very offensive, or that's so against women, or that. But isn't that? But we just created a ridiculous, never would happen scenario.
Yeah. But someone will take it seriously.
But isn't that, to hark back to the beginning of the podcast? Isn't that kind of what Louis just did?
Yeah. I mean,
made a ridiculous situation that he doesn't think that, or think,
I mean, people are just very sensitive, and it's unfortunate.
Maybe he has to hold up a little sign to be like, this material is based on what I really think. So I was jerking off over these chicks the other day, and then do you want to hit my camera a bit more?
Sorry, oh my god, it's just right in my way. But Joe Rogan has a sign outside of all of his live shows that says, if you are offended, don't come in. Like if you will be hearing very offensive material, if that's not your thing, leave now, because I don't give a fuck if you're offended.
Yeah, see, I think that's almost like playing up to a bit much.
But it's like nice to have a disclaimer.
That should be standard on every comedy show, which is if you're coming in here, you're coming in for comedy. If you're offended by material jokes, please leave and come back for the next comic, or
I did a show. I do a joke about, I make fun of short guys, and I did a show where someone got very, very offended and came up to me afterwards. Who it was. Yeah, well, that's my joke. I worked it into a joke, but a guy came up to me afterwards, and he was like, how dare you?
I like how you're playing
shame my body. Yeah, well, that's the joke, and I'm always like, what do you want? Use your big words. But yeah, even he got really fucking pissed off about it. I was like, first of all, you feel shame about your body. You feel insecure about your body. Welcome to being a woman in America.
Secondly,
dude.
You had to include me in your relationship to get your wife off.
Yeah. I mean, this guy was very short too. And I was like, first of all, I'm not even talking about people as short as you. Like,
wait, how short? Like 5.5 inches short?
Yeah, let's get a tape measure out and recreate where he was on my body.
I think I might be lying about the size of my penis for most of my life now.
Oh, this is the best. I love that you just realized this.
Well, because I always thought that was 9 inches, because I was like, at one point, I thought it was. You know what I did do? I did cut a hole through my hand with a wine bottle, and they stitch it up, and I have less range of movement. Do you think I've literally, and I also cut through that knuckle. Can you see the scar there? I cut through that knuckle. Do you think I've literally limited my range of motion?
Yes, I think you should. I think you need to remeasure your dick. Yeah. Oh my god. No, it is.
So all right. Okay. Cool.
So you need to remeasure your dick. Oh, this is so great, guys. He's gonna have a coming out party.
If enough people, if we have like if you guys, I tell you what, we'll do it like this. If any of the listeners really want to know what the results are,
wait. If Jeff gets 20 more reviews,
no, I don't want that shit.
Okay.
Not for a dick size. Just if you really care to know, I'll DM you back. Like, just send me a DM. Be like, yo, man, what did you find out? And I'll be honest. I got no. I'm not ashamed either way. I bet if it's that length, then it's 8.5. But if it's really the original, then it's going to be 9.
Yeah.
Now we need to know. Maybe I've
either
lost
way,
an
it's
inch.
respectable.
You know how like old guys get shorter as they get older.
Osteoporosis.
Yeah, and the spine
dick is
compresses.
From osteoporosis.
It compresses and it curves over. Maybe through
straight.
Yeah, maybe my penis is just shrinking as I get older.
It's possible.
Does that happen?
Penis atrophy? Yeah, I'm sure it happens. Yeah.
But vaginas don't get
because
smaller,
my dad wears a diaper, and I had to change his diaper once. He's older. He's sick.
It's not just a kink.
Yeah, it's not a kink. Unfortunately.
My dad likes to wear diapers and have me change them. Perfectly fine.
Oh, is your dad sick? No, he's fine. He's just Tuesday.
Nothing wrong with him. He's just
But yeah, so when I had to change his diaper, I saw his dick, and I was like, oh, it's real tiny.
Maybe your dad's just got a tiny dick.
Yeah, and that's what I was like. But I remember when I was a kid,
Did you ask him? Did you laugh and point?
And I was like, Dad, no, I didn't.
How did that make this?
It seems so tiny and ineffective, yet it made a goddess.
Do you have to baby wipe him?
No, it was just a pee situation.
But is he like in a wheelchair or something?
He has Parkinson's. It's very complicated.
So it's hard. He can't do that. Have you tried giving him CBD or?
I've been through this.
Okay.
No.
Didn't help?
No. My mom won't let me do it.
Oh.
Because my mom's a doctor and she's like an old school doctor. So she's just like,
she should know the fucking merits.
I know. I don't even want to talk about this because it's so upsetting.
Do you make jokes about this?
Sometimes. It's hard for people to take because I do make a joke about having had to see my dad's dick and how it's small.
Of comedy. Well, you don't need to talk about the size of your dad's penis, but the idea that you're fucking...
Well, one time I walked in on my dad and the first time I saw my dad's dick...
Your mother's so pro-farmer, she won't even let natural remedies heal her own husband.
Yeah, but that's not funny.
And it's
sad.
It is kind of funny. You go like, well, hang on a second. Maybe this bitch, maybe she knows it's going to help him. Maybe she just likes him weak.
See, that's funny. But that's mean.
It's mean. Funny. It's a funny concept that maybe your mother wants your dad's... What I
think is really funny is that my mom, once sent me diaper shopping.
We're working a bit here.
I know.
In an argument when they were 30, your dad turned to your mother and he said, and she was like, I just want to go off and become, she was 22. And she was like, I'm going to go off and I'm going to become a doctor of medicine. And he was like, a doctor of medicine. That made me laugh. The day you become a doctor is the day that I start shitting my pants.
And
like
then
that.
There he was.
And then boom, she's like, she's holding it over him now. She's like, I'll show you. You
Remember
fucking
when you doubted
patriarchal piece of shit. Enjoy sitting in your own refuse. Mother. P.S. Your daughter thinks your dick is tiny.
This is all great, but I love my dad so much. I could never do this.
I mean, someone's got to love him with a dick that small.
That's the joke. But I think it's really funny. So the diapers he wears, my mom sent me out to buy some when I was home, and she's like, just get the diapers that look like underwear.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is he trying to fool?
Yeah.
You? Are you going to want to fuck him any less if he has diapers that look like diapers and not underwear?
Do you think they still have a sexual relationship?
Nah, well, he's in a nursing home, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How old is your parents? They sound like
he's 72.
Oh, he's old as fuck. That's
72. 72 is not old. To be in a nursing home?
Of your dad's generation? Yeah. It's
old. Nobody else. No, there's not one person. Everyone on his floor is like 85 and older.
Oh, shit. So he must be getting mad puss.
Sure.
He's cleaning up.
For sure.
They're like, not only is he fucking 15 years younger than us,
Edna, shakes.
But he fucking vibrates. You can change the setting if you microdose him.
Yeah, he's whatever. We don't need to keep talking about my dad because it's depressing for me.
I'm sorry. If it makes you feel any better, I don't even have any conversation with my dad now. We're at that terrible stage of relationship.
How long have you not talked to him in?
Like a few months now.
Yeah.
And he just smashed his face up because he's an alcoholic. He just fell over and smashed his face up.
Do you drink?
Well, actually, I've just gone sober. I know you have to go. You know you can see you. It's on camera.
Fuck.
Should have just gone. I gotta wrap this up.
I have to go.
I mean, you did turn up an hour
somewhere.
late.
I know. I'm so sorry.
And we're at 1 hour. We just gone past 1 hour, so we are going to wrap it up. But now you've done it. You've made it awkward.
Fuck.
All right. Well.
But I want to talk to you about your alcoholic dad.
I mean, listen.
Fuck.
We've got to wrap things up here.
We live right around the corner from each other. Can we finish this next week? Can we do another one?
No.
Damn it.
Guys. If you want to check out.
Now we're getting into the really important stuff.
I mean, but you got to go.
I want to know why you're fucking broken.
Normally these podcasts go on. I normally let them go until about 1 hour 17, 1 hour 30, because that's when you get the real meat. It takes different people, different lengths of time. We did some funny things. We talked about some great stuff.
Yeah,
we dealt with the world. We put the world to rights.
I love the real shit. I didn't want to talk about comedy.
I mean, well, you've ruined it now, so you're just going to have to.
Can we do this again?
Always no, never again. That's it. In fact, after this comes out, I'm actually burning my entire rig.
No.
Yeah, I'm burning it all.
No.
Smash this shit out. These cameras.
All right, fine.
Gone. See, in fact, if anyone wants a camera, I got 2 I can give away. Mics.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
All right, well, I love you.
But it was real. I enjoyed it. I wish you immense success. I think you're very talented.
Thanks.
You perform at the Comedy Center in Rio in Vegas. You also open up for David Tell when he's out here on the West Coast. So check him out when he's next out on tour.
When does this come out?
It's going to come out soon, in the next week or two. So tell me about other shows.
I'll be at the Irvine Improv with Dave Attell the end of this month, like January 25th, 26th,
okay, cool.
Something like
Tickets
that.
available on his website or links on your website as well?
Yep. You can find them anywhere.
What's your website?
Nicole Aimee, NicoleAimee, and has all my social media listed there.
That's NicoleAimee.com.
Yep, and I have a podcast called Getting to Know You Podcast.
Hey, what'd you do on that?
Girl. What's this other girl? I met her, and then 15 minutes later, we started a podcast.
Yeah,
where
so you're
we only
finding
get
out
to know
about
each other on the podcast.
That's a nice idea.
We only talk on there.
What if you know what the danger in that is if you, after the first podcast, realize, oh, this person is not that interesting.
Well, luckily, within the first 15 minutes of talking to her, I was like, oh, I like her. This will be fun.
Liking someone and finding them interesting is a different thing.
We just have good rapport, so everything's fun, you know?
And you haven't yet had sex, the two of you?
No.
That should be the
that's
climax.
the end of season 1.
A climax of the entire thing. When you hit 1,000 episodes, you both...
bone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The couple, they film it.
Yeah.
He just sits in the corner jerking off. Why does she think I'm so small?
Just a sad jerk, yeah.
Dad's just taking a shit.
Mm-hmm. Hilarious.
Your mum's like, no, science is the way.
Oh my God.
I want to tell your mum off.
Do you?
Have you showed her that video of that guy with horrendous Parkinson's being microdosed with CBD? Have you shown her that?
Yeah.
Everything I can think of you've done.
Yeah.
That's so, I don't understand why she wouldn't.
Yeah, I know. I know.
She doesn't like your dad.
I know.
All right. Well, fuck your mum, but your dad's dope. I hope he's listening. Big shout out to you.
Oh, the most precious man.
I hope he's not listening after the
My
things we
mom's
said
not a
about him.
terrible person. She
sounds kind of like a bitch.
She's a bitch. She's definitely a bitch.
That's all right. My parents are kind of bitches.
Yeah. Well, when you're a woman in this world, sometimes you can be a bitch.
Oh, were you going to say sometimes you have to be a bitch?
Sometimes you can't. No, I don't think you have to be a bitch, but sometimes you can be a bitch. Sometimes the world makes you a bit of a bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, she was a woman. She was the first woman to go to Michigan State's medical school. Like,
oh my God.
Like she was up against all the others.
Black.
What?
Is your mum black?
Yes.
I knew it.
Shit, I keep hitting your camera.
Yeah, you fucking suck. This is why you're not allowed on again. Check out Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, Instagram, Twitter, all the things.
At Nicole Aimee again.
That's me. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, perfect. And anything else you want to talk about? Plug? Just the podcast. Just check it out. Getting to know you. Make sure you give it a download. Make sure you review it. Also, guys, thank you very much for your continued support. Some of you, I mean, we've got like, I think it's like 17 or 18,000 unique listeners now. And each episode is racking up thousands of listens, which is great across all the things. Now we're on Spotify too, and SoundCloud and iTunes. It's time for me to like give a little beg and just say, check out our Patreon. Patreon.com/SavageSnowflake.
Patronize him.
I know that most of you, pretty much every single one of my listeners are adults. You've got jobs. And you can donate as little as $1 a month. And I do 8 episodes of this a month. And I would love you to be supporting it a little bit more. So check it out.
Support him so much more, you guys. Give him all your.
Well, it'd be nice if everyone gave $1, then that'd be $500 a month for this per like guaranteed. And then if everyone who listens to all my episodes gave $1 a month, Jesus Christ, I'd be a wealthy man. And that's what we want to get to. I want to be wealthy so I can stop doing the podcast. Makes sense, right?
It does.
Like, I love that you're texting.
I have to. I'm going to be late. I'm supposed to be somewhere at 7.
I mean, maybe you should have planned your day out better.
Fuck!
This is why your parents don't love you. Thanks for joining us.
I love you.
Bye.